Eurogamer is clearly desperate for attention, and that's really the only thing that comes to mind when I saw this review. A 2 out of 5 stars from Eurogamer for Arc Raiders, a game that, as of right now, has has over 289,000 people concurrently playing it. And on the West Coast, as of recording, we're almost at 9 p.m. That's midnight on the East Coast. That's that's over 250,000 people playing this game concurrently, with a lifetime peak from just last week of nearly 500,000 people playing it. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, because Eurogamer says, it's not that good. Don't play it. Almost as if there's an agenda at play here. Curious. Eurogamer on X posted, for Arc Raiders to ride the wave of human sociability all the way to the bank, while also being so contemptuous of the thing that makes us social animals in its own workflow, demonstrates a lack of artistic integrity that I find impossible to ignore. Our review. And you know what? I saw this on X because people shared it with me. And I went to go retweet it and quote tweet it. And the funny thing about it was I couldn't, because I am now blocked by Eurogamer. I'm like, where did this happen? Oh, was it the time that I had that story of Korean Bush that got stolen by Jeff Grubb, and then Eurogamer ran with the story and credited him with it? And I called them out for it. And then magically after that, I was blocked by them? Weird. Almost like this cabal of media is Access Media pushing people out of the circle. Weird how that works. Weird. And to think Eurogamer used to be a respectful outlet back in the day. I said, what a complete joke. Eurogamer gives Arc Raiders a 2 out of 5, the next domino to fall in game outlets. Eurogamer was once a reliable site, and people who have been going online for a while would recognize right away, like, yeah, Eurogamer was one of the pantheons in gaming of game sites back in the day. But no, how the mighty have fallen. I said, oh, and just notice I'm blocked by them. Wonder if it was shortly after they stole my story and ran with Jeff Grubb as the source, and I called them out for it. I mean, maybe. We have Heels vs. Babyface, who says, gamers like it, so we don't. 2 out of 5. Eurogamer. How Eurogamer felt when giving Arc Raiders a 2 out of 5. Just making sure I don't fit in. Isn't that weird? Almost like they want people to notice them. Well, congratulations, Eurogamer. You're getting noticed for all the wrong reasons, which is exactly what tanks all these corporations and these outlets every single time. Big Fry says, I'm as against AI as the next one, but this isn't it. The voice acting talent agreed to their voices being used in that manner. Did they not? Oh, yeah, because they were trying to dock points off of it for being AI voices. Legacy Killer, this will definitely be talked about. Eurogamer just tanked Arc Raiders review score. On Open Critic, it was at 1.94 out of 100, one of the best reviewed multiplayer games ever. And it's now fallen to 88 out of 100, in large part thanks to Eurogamer's 4 out of 10 score. There you go. This is the impact of a major review outlet and how they completely tanked it single-handedly because it was so low. They destroyed the overall score for the game, like dragged the entire thing down. So much so that I would argue you need to ignore the highest and lowest to give an actual average. It shouldn't even fucking count. Arc Radar says, Eurogamer gave Arc Raiders 2 out of 5 just because of AI voice generation. This dropped the game's Metacritic score from 94 out of 100 to 88 out of 100. I get some don't like AI voices, but really? They're ignoring all the game's successes and achievements, removing 3 points for what? Literal bollocks. What has happened to video game journalism? What the hell is this review, Eurogamer? I'm like, Arc Radar, do you have a seat, bro? Let me let you in on a secret of what's happening here. And this is Kyle, friend of the channel, Kyle, who says, Eurogamer gave Dragon Age the Veilguard a 5 out of 5. They gave Dragon Age of Veilguard a 5 out of 5, yet felt like this game, Arc Raiders, gets a 2 out of 5. You might have heard about Pal World, utterly gigantic. Pal World's controversial, but also absolute rubbish. Okay, so Pal World's rubbish, according to Eurogamer. This is this Chris Tapsell guy. This explains his take. Deputy editor. Opinions of mine / my Pokemon's, he / him. Oh, that explains it. This guy, according to Pirate Nation, gave Concord a 3 out of 5. Concord review. A hero shooter that nails the shooting, but fumbles the heroes. Overcooked. Concord, 3 out of 5. Which you could argue, okay, maybe Concord's a 3 out of 5 because it just didn't find the audience, but the game was good. Okay, maybe. Arc Raiders has nearly 500,000 people playing it concurrently at the peak. They gave it a 2 out of 5. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing? Grump says, I think these gaming journalists all realize it's over, that they have had no career here, and they are just flinging whatever last salvos they can before it folds. Asmongold goes scorched earth after Eurogamer gave Arc Raiders 2 stars. You know it's coming. Everyone knows it. You're going home soon. Asmongold, it will be a wonderful day when I get to farm your company because they do layoffs. You know it's coming. Everyone knows it. You're going home soon. Put the fries in the proverbial bag. I'm fired. I had to. And then we have, this is the actual review, which I'm not going to spend too much time on, but just to dive into what they said about it. Arc Raiders review. A smartly designed extraction shooter marred by one inexcusable decision. Gross in the machine. So if that's literally the case, how can you excuse taking 3 stars out of 5 off of the game for one inexcusable? You're gonna dock it 60 points for one choice you disagree with. AI voices, bro. Rick Lane, my guy. The future is coming. The future is coming. And you are not going to be a part of it. Holy shit. Rich PvE combat and an unusually friendly community make Arc Raiders a more approachable extraction shooter than most. But Embark Studios' continued use of AI voice generation is a black mark against its reputation. So they had a dude that hates AI voices so much that he destroyed the entire game when he reviewed it because of AI voices. That's not even reviewing the game itself or the mechanics or anything. That has nothing at all to fucking do with the game. What are you doing here? Arc Raiders is notionally about humans battling to the death over scraps on a blasted Earth ruled by robots. But it's really about risking your virtual life for some apricots to satisfy the world's most demanding chicken. It was on such poultry-induced shopping expedition when I encountered 3 men cresting a rise over a sand dune, bristling with weapons. Okay. These fucking Walt Whitman journos over here. Fucking English, bro. Is it a good game or not? What? No one gives a shit about where you go to school and how you draw someone into the world if all you gotta do is take a massive shit on it at the end of the day because of AI voices. Outnumbered and exposed, I resigned my death. Yet response was not hail of bullets, but an American mumble of, hey, dude, that immediately deflated the tension. As the trio trudged by, the rearmost of them jovially added, we're looking for lemons, another fruit craved by our mutual foul master. Oh my God. How does this guy have a job? I can't wait. I can't wait. I saw some people get mad at me when I'm dancing on the graves of these careers when they're all burning down in flames right now. And I'm like, do you not understand the hell that I deal with on a nightly basis when I cover this shit from these slop journos where they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about? They don't play the games. They don't care about the games. They have an agenda, pure and simple, clear as day. in this case, an agenda to shove on you to say, hey, I don't give a shit what this game is, how much fun it may be, how perfect it is around all the corners and everything. No, AI voices in it, 2 out of 5. Eurogamer, this is on you. This is why people are like, oh, don't get mad at the outlet. It's the individual's opinions. Yeah, who hired them? Who allowed this slop to get out there? Who authorized this? This is garbage. What even is this? This guy, you know what this is? This is him, the journo taking an opportunity for self-gratification, to write all these words to get off on himself, to be like, me, 2 out of 5 stars, AI voices. And you know what? To Rick Lane's credit, I don't know if he was going for this or not, but man, did it cause a splash in the gaming community today. Twitter was ablaze with people talking about this, and everyone, to a person, was like, what the fuck? They don't care. They want your clicks. And you know what? Stuff like this, it works. It gets the click. But you know what the fallout for doing that is? Now I do not look at Eurogamer as a legitimate source. Well, I mean, I didn't after they stole my story with Jeff Grubb as the source for that, or after they gave Concord a 3 out of 5. This just put it on the pile of everything they keep doing, where it's like, this is why you are not a legitimate source anymore. You do shit like this, people will be like, okay, you got my click that time. Good job. I will remember not to bother with you guys in the future. Or you just turn into the Kotaku laughing stock of the industry. If that's what you want to become, the zero integrity outlet, good luck to you. Have fun with that. I don't think it's going to be there for the long run. But yeah, I don't think they care. I think they know the writing's on the wall. This is the journal here, Rick_Lane on X. Hasn't posted for over a year, but he has his own website, apparently, which I guess we'll dive into this. Rick Lane, freelance writer and consultant. This is what happens. The outlets don't actually have full-time staff. They don't have a coordination of efforts. They just piecemeal games out for coverage. And they're like, hey, we need someone to take time playing this game. Fuck, anyone will do. We don't have the money to pay someone. So here, we'll throw you a few peanuts. And yeah, just write an article. Rick Lane, a freelance writer based out of Falkirk, Scotland. Once again, by the way, it goes without saying, do not ever harass anyone that I talk about. I feel like that's pretty obvious, but no matter what I say, people are like, oh, he's trying to cause people. No, I feel like this is just bringing attention and information to people about who's behind the stories. I feel like that's important. I also occasionally cover stories relating to technology and science, and I've written features on subjects ranging from bionomics and quantum computing. Look at them. I'm so smart. SMRT. I began in 2008 for IGN, Eurogamer, and Strategy Informer. 2013, PC Magazine, bylines for other magazines. Congratulations, bro. Over the last 10 years, look at this. Of course, Kotaku, Rock, Paper, Shotgun, PC Gamer, Eurogamer, IGN, Games Radar. These people, they get passed around like they're fucking at an orgy. They just go around to different outlets and bang them. That's what it feels like. It doesn't matter what they look like or how talented they are. They're just at the orgy to bang them. That's what it ends up being. So congratulations, bro. I hope you enjoy your career in consultancy. Below, you'll find a list of companies I've worked for as a consultant, providing professional analysis. Yeah, let's go to you, Mr. 2 out of 5 stars for a game that's going gangbusters in the gaming community right now. TerraVision Games, Frontier. I've never heard of any of these. That's his contact at the bottom. But yeah, that's Rick Lane. That's the guy that gave it a 2 out of 5 stars for Arc Raiders. A 2 out of 5. You got to be shitting me, bro. This is what journalism in 2025 has come to. And you wonder why nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is why YouTubers are eating these people's lunches. This is the harsh reality. And this is why they hate YouTubers. Because what we do is we give it a clear, concise, honest approach to this is the reality of what it is. None of the people that are coming to this video are going to click on this article. They're all going to see what we just talked about and be like, okay, noted. Eurogamer is a joke. Moving on. Meanwhile, you have suffered the consequences of that. And eventually, everyone's going to be putting fries in the bag. And I'll definitely be covering that when that happens too. But for now, we'll leave that right there.